Hey yo, what's good everybody? I'm TK Lady Day aka 10 Stacks. Welcome to the mix up. Today I'm gonna show you how I mixed the drums on Can't Open My Eyes by A-Reece. The tape is out, it's called The Bending Tree. Go get it. I'm gonna show you the relationship between the drums and the bass. The reason I wanted to show you how I mix the drums and the bass is because I didn't use a lot of plugins. Less is more sometimes. You don't have to do a lot of things to show that you are actually a dope engineer. To everybody that's been commenting on some, yo, I need to create a masterclass video. I would like to do that actually, but if I get 100 comments on some, yo, do it, do it 100 times from 100 different people. I will do it because it's time consuming, like making these videos. I can't be doing it for 2 people or 10 people. So yeah, 100 comments, I'ma do it. Please like, subscribe, hit the notification bell so each and every time I drop a video you get a notification same time, and head on to YouTube. Let's get into it.
I can't open up my eyes, but I see everything.
Yeah, yeah. Whoa, whoa.
I can't open up my eyes, but I see everything.
We're gonna be talking about the relationship between the bass and the drums. Also, what keeps my mix intact is my mix bus, which is the Jason Joshua preset, the Ozone 4 crazy. I'll talk about this some other time. The Shadow Hill compressor, always using the steel because of the low end. It gives me like a nice proper low end. And also the black box, this is for my mid-range. It stays on my mix bus. And also the Brainworks EQ, mastering EQ, and also the Better Maker stays on my mix bus forever. And then a clipper, and then a limiter. Also another limiter is out here which I disenabled because of it was just too loud. I think I'm gonna start with the kick. Okay, let me start it like this. So my kick goes into my drum bus. This is where the source is at. I'll mute this for you. Gone. It's dead. It's over for the kick. It's dead. Yep. This is the plugins I used for the kick. So what happens, let me explain this part first. Obviously I'm not gonna dive into it that much. This is also a Jason Joshua drum preset that I got from this engineer from Paris. Also Mike Dean uses this, but in like parallel, not on the drum bus itself. So actually this is gonna give me the low end that I need on my kick. Did you hear that? Let me unmute it. There we go. You know what? I'm gonna explain this on another tutorial if you wanna know about it, what it does. But you can hear what it does though, you know. So I'll explain everything from this to this. You feel me? So anyway, these are the plugins that are here, just to make my kick get that low end that I'm looking for. Also, other bass is out here. This is a dope ass compressor for drums. Also the black box, this makes it louder. At the same time it cuts off the transients, but it's kind of like a clipper also, you know. It's saturation. I'll explain what the noise gate is doing. Okay, you know what, let me just go to what I did on the kick. Obviously I did this too, so yeah. Even this transformer is from Jason Joshua. I finally know how to use the template. I have been had this template for a minute now. Now I understand how to use it. So I'm gonna share it with you guys. Okay, let's go to my kick. What I did first, EQ, the Brainworks. I like the color on this. At the same time, I'm taking out 20 Hz. That's all I'm doing with the EQ. nothing else. And then also the compressor, what I'm doing with the compressor is I'm actually making the kick a little bit punchy because it was a little bit boomy, because we have a big sub, I think in an 808 if I'm not mistaken, so I didn't want them to clash, you see. So I'll just play it for you so that you hear what it does. It kind of removes the lows a little bit so that I get space for the bass. I didn't want them to clash, but it's a little bit subtle. So yeah, that's what it does. Small moves. This is also the template Jason Joshua uses, Transformer 2. What it does, it gives me that knock, that punch, because you can hear that the kick was a little bit boomy, and it was a little bit boomy and bassy in a way. It's off. Right now it's off. Do you hear the knock? Also, I thought I had this DBX in my aux, but I didn't. I just saw that, oh, but this thing is on. It's not doing anything, but I think I'm getting a little bit of loudness. I don't know, because the aux is not here, so I made a mistake. Actually, it's not a mistake because it sounded proper. I don't know. This is not going into an aux, but at the same time it's giving me volume. I don't get it, but yeah, that's how it is. So with my snare, is it a snare? Yeah, snare or snap, it's a snare. So with my snare, what I did the same thing I did on the kick, which is cut off until 30 hertz. So I also used reverb on the snares to give it space, because it was too dry for me without the reverb. With the reverb. So also my snare is also going into my drum bus. It's my other snare. The second snare, I did the same thing I did on the first one, and also I took out the high frequencies because there's this weird sound on the high frequencies, and it kind of disturbs. I don't know how to explain the sound. It sounds. Let me just play it so that you can hear what's up. Yeah, so I tried to take it down a little bit without like changing the sound of the snare. So I high passed until, is it low pass or high pass? Low passed it until 7K, and also I boosted 6 dB right about 241. I also did the same thing with the reverb because it sounded a little bit dry. And what's this? So with the hi-hats, I think I didn't do anything. I just cut out frequencies from 255. That's it. I didn't even boost the high end, and it's also going into my pack bus, and there's nothing. There's an EQ if I feel like the hi-hats need some high energy, but it looks like I didn't use it on this song. And see other percussions. Also, I did the same thing on this. I think it's a crash. And then I think these are also hi-hats, if I'm not mistaken. I didn't do anything but add reverb on them. So on this hi-hat, I didn't do anything. I didn't add any plugin. So yeah, because if it sounds dope, it sounds dope. And what else am I missing? There's another one. There's Yeah, there's two. Actually, this is a rim shot. All I did was add a reverb, and then that's it. I didn't do anything. And so with the bass, what I did was use the same EQ. I kind of like the color of this EQ, so I just high passed until 17k, 17 hertz. My bad, 17 hertz. I tried to use a compressor on this, but this compressor kind of gave me a little bit of distortion on all my basses, and I was like, you know what, I'm not using this anymore. So the bass is also going into a bass bus. So the bass bus is the same as the kick though, without a compressor. And sometimes I use this for side chaining, but I think I didn't use it on this song. I didn't side chain the kick and the bass. Yeah, I didn't do that. So also there's the EQ here. Um, all my basses are going into this, right? Like I said on the first part on the drum bus, that I will explain everything when it comes to my drum bus and my bass bus. You feel me? Also, this is gonna give me like a little. It's gonna enforce a little bit of low end. Also, it makes it sound fuller. And sometimes I use a on other songs, especially when it comes to 808s, I use a multi-band compressor. Okay, but I didn't use it on this one. I used an R bass. The R bass on this one, it's quite different because I'm actually boosting a little bit. You see, this is on 17, this is on 12, and I'm also boosting the 71 hertz frequency range, and also using the black box. Let me see if okay, it's on 100%. It's on 100%. I think I did the same thing on all the bass sounds. Let's check this one out. This one is low. This one is hella low. Let me see what I did on the EQ. Oh, the Wheel of Death. No fucking way. So I don't remember which bass I was on because Pro Tools crashed on me. But I think I was on this one. So this is like subby. It's a synth bass, subby kind of bass. Let's see what I did on this one. I don't know. Okay, what 8K? I don't know why. Or was it? Did it have like high frequencies? Maybe it did. So I had to cut out 4 dB, right about 8K. And also what I did was take out 21 hertz, and I boosted 2 dB, around about 30 hertz on this one. Same EQ. Okay, on this one, what I did was took out everything under 18 hertz, take out 3 dB, around about 110. So I'm basically taking this frequencies out, not trying to emphasize everything that's down here. This thing is also going into my drum bus. Everything is going, like the basses are going to my bass bus. My bad, they're going to my bass bus. Also, I tried using this compressor on this just to level the notes, but it didn't work out, yo. I felt like there's this distortion that I was getting, so I didn't end up using it. So another thing I've also forgot to mention was my snares. My snares are going into a snare bus. The snare bus is going to the drum bus. So on this I have a clipper just to chop the picks down so that I don't overwork my mix bus compressor and my limiter. Another thing about this template, it took me a while to figure it out, and at the same time I was over mixing things, you know, like some things don't need a lot of things. The reason I'm showing you this drums and and bass is because I didn't do a lot of things on them. They sounded dope. Like Iceman killed the production. They sounded dope. I just wanted to emphasize what Iceman did. With this template, the dope thing about this template, without plugins, for example, let's say I'm just getting this stems. Let's say I'm just getting the stems without plugins, obviously. Just mute all the plugins. This is my stems now. Let's say I just got the stems like this. What's the first thing I'm gonna do? Bring out my template. There we go. We're getting there now. It's like it's a finished song right now. Okay, not exactly though, but mix bus plugins. So with this now, what I do is I don't do a lot because I already have the direction, you know. I get the loudness, I get the mix bus processing. Also my kicks is going into a drum bus. What I do is if the kicks are loud, I just control the threshold of this this compressor. It's like two compressors in one actually. So it's the optical threshold and the discrete threshold. This is what I'm controlling. What I usually do is hit roundabout. Let me just show you an example. Let's see. Roundabout here, roundabout 1. That's what I do. But roundabout 1. So less is more. I would